So, how do you move forward when the person you love is gone, but everything around you still reminds you of them? Our movie doesn't end with some big twist or dramatic explosion. It ends with something quieter, but more powerful. Grief, love, memory, and what it means to keep going when the story you were living in is suddenly over. In this video, we're breaking down the final episode of our movie, not just what happened, but what it all means. Why Jaeha's story matters, what Da-eum leaves behind, and how the show turns an ending into something that actually feels like a beginning. The episode opens with Jaeha and Da-eum watching their finished film, Love in White, in an almost empty theater. Just two people are there and they find it boring. But instead of being upset, Jaeha and Da-eum laugh it off. At first, it feels like a quiet, low-key ending. But then we find out this scene never actually happened. It was all in Jaeha's head. In reality, Da-eum has passed away. The theater is packed. The movie is a hit, and her name is in the credits. That shift, from imagined to real, is one of the most important moments in the finale. It shows how Jaeha is caught between two worlds. One where he can still pretend she's next to him, and the one where she's actually gone. It's also a reminder of what storytelling does. Even when someone's no longer here, the work they left behind still connects them to the world. Da-eum may not be in the theater physically, but she's everywhere, in the dialogue, in the images, in the emotions the audience is feeling. And for Jaeha, that's the hardest part. Everyone else is celebrating her work. But for him, it's personal. It's her. Even though we don't see Da-eum's death, her absence is everywhere. But what's interesting is how present she still feels, almost like she's just stepped out of frame. After she's gone, we see little things. Jaeha receives her annotated script, old photos, her camera. And then there's the recording, something she left behind just for him. She tells him, "We'll see each other again. When you miss me, just think of me. I'll feel it." That line doesn't try to fix grief. It just sits with it. And in doing so, the show says something important. Grief doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding new ways to carry someone with you. Da-eum isn't a memory Jaeha's trying to run from. She's a part of how he moves forward. You see it in the way he starts recording things just like she used to, in the way her words guide his next script, in the way she still shows up in his imagination, not as a ghost, but as love that hasn't faded. She may be gone, but the connection remains. And for our movie, that's the point. Death isn't the end of love. It just changes how we hold onto it. One of the most powerful choices the show makes is with the movie inside the show, Love in White. In its final scene, Gyewon is dying in Hyunsang's arms, but we never actually see her die. Her final line is one of hope, and it leaves things open-ended. It's not a clean goodbye. Behind the scenes, the crew reacts. Some are emotional. Youngwoo wonders if Hyunsang should cry, but Jaeha says no. He believes that Hyunsang's love for Gyewon will give him strength to keep going. That decision tells us a lot. Our movie isn't interested in neat, dramatic farewells. It leans into something messier and more honest. Sometimes we don't get to say goodbye. Sometimes things don't feel finished. But even in that uncertainty, there's still meaning. There's still love. Gyewon's ending in the film mirrors Da-eum's in real life. Both are left a little unresolved, and intentionally so. Because the show isn't just closing a story, it's showing that even after an ending, the emotional truth keeps going. After Da-eum's death, Jaeha disappears for a while. He distances himself from the crew. He doesn't come to set. He doesn't visit anyone. But when we finally catch up with him, he's writing again. Slowly, quietly, he's beginning to return, not just to work, but to himself. This is one of the most beautiful things about our movie. It shows how grief and creativity can coexist. Jaeha doesn't move on by forgetting Da-eum. He moves forward by carrying her voice with him. Literally. When an actor in his new film struggles to understand love, Jaeha answers using Da-eum's words. You just know. That moment says it all. Her influence hasn't faded. It's become part of his process. Even his habit of recording, something Da-eum used to do, is now his way of remembering her, and also staying grounded in the present. He's not just making a movie, he's learning how to live again. And for Jaeha, creating is how he stays connected to love, not just Da-eum's, but his own ability to give it. While Jaeha is off on his own journey, the rest of the cast and crew keep moving forward too. It's not dramatic or flashy. It's just life, continuing in small ways. AD Hong is working on her own movie. Ms. Jo and Cheol Min are now officially dating. Seo Young is back to acting. Yu Young has returned to work. None of them pretend things are the same. You can still feel the weight of loss in the way they talk, the way they pause, the way they remember Da-eum. But what's clear is that she's still a part of their world. From Sungwon's moment of deja vu on set to Jae-ha stealing snacks like he used to, it's all subtle, but it matters. The drama doesn't show grief as something that happens all at once. It's something people carry differently over time. For this ensemble, moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It just means choosing to keep living, with her memory gently woven into everything they do. In the last moments of the episode, we see Jae-ha walking, recording, observing the world around him just like Da-eum used to. And then he imagines her. She walks toward him, like she's always been just a few steps behind. There are no dramatic lines, no music swell. Just a quiet sense of presence. It's the kind of ending that says more by doing less. Because it's not really about what's happening on screen. It's about what it means. Jae-ha isn't healed in some perfect, movie-like way. But he's living. He's creating, he's remembering, and most importantly, he's still loving. That final imagined moment with Da-eum isn't about denial, it's about connection. Our movie ends the way real grief often feels. Not with full closure, but with a sense of peace. The kind that says, she's not here the way she was, but she's still here, and that's enough to keep going. Our movie doesn't give us a dramatic goodbye or a clean resolution. What it gives us is something quieter, and maybe more honest. An ending where love stays, even when someone doesn't. A reminder that memories, stories, and the people we've loved, they don't just disappear. They change us. They shape how we move through the world. And sometimes that's what an ending really is. Not the final page, but the beginning of something new. Thanks for watching.